Even though not a ton of people likely tuned in to actually watch the Oscars last night, this moment was something that everybody was talking about on social media. This image where Will Smith walked up on stage live during the Oscars being broadcast to the world and slapped Chris Rock across the face for a joke that he told about Jada Pinkett Smith. A comedian tells a joke, but that was too much for Will Smith, who walked up on stage. And what so many people are talking about in the aftermath now is the Academy's response, because Will Smith, just 45 minutes after this, ended up winning an Oscar. Winning an Oscar, going up on stage, doing an acceptance speech, talking about how he wants to be a vessel for love and things like that. Just less than an hour after literally assaulting Chris Rock during the show. And the reason that so many people are talking about the Academy is because they did have a response, but I don't think it was forceful enough for some people. The Academy Awards responds after Will Smith hits Chris Rock in the face over joke about wife. This is the tweet that we will be talking about today. The Academy does not condone violence of any form. Tonight, we're delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Award winners who deserve this moment of recognition from their peers and movie lovers around the world. So we don't condone violence of any form. However, we are going to celebrate one of the people who committed violence on stage tonight in front of everybody. But for a little background, we got to watch at least a part of this clip if you haven't yet. And I know there's a lot of people out there who think this was staged, who think that it's just completely fake, all for ratings. Well, I have a couple interesting things to talk about when it comes to that. Matthew Marsden, an actor friend of mine, says, so you think they sat down and said, on the biggest night of your life, Will, when you win an Oscar for Best Actor, we want to stage you slapping Chris Rock for ratings. Absurd, absolutely, especially considering all the people who are watching on Twitter reactions. And also keep in mind, the American broadcast censored this. They cut the audio out. This was not something they wanted people to see. They cut away. The only reason we have some video is because Australia didn't cut it out. They didn't censor it. They let it continue on. That's why people were even able to see this. So that's a joke. And then Clifton Duncan, another friend of mine who's an actor, the slap was not staged. Rock is a master comedian, but he was clearly shocked. Smith built a career off his fun-loving persona. He was neither amused nor amusing. Finally, there was no payoff if it was a bit. Both men are household names. They don't need publicity stunts. And even if you think, well, maybe they did want the publicity, this is the type of publicity you're talking about. Look at what's trending. The word cuck is trending. Because now Will Smith and his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith is at the forefront of everything. Like, this is what people are talking about. Memes like this. Yeah, great publicity for Will Smith. Chris Rock gets slapped like a bitch. You may think it's staged, and that's fine. I personally think that it was legitimate, that Will Smith lost it in that moment. But let's watch the moment so you can judge for yourself.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
And that is the moment right there. The look on the face of Jada Pinkett Smith, that she is not amused with this G.I. Jane joke. If you don't know, Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia, which caused her hair to fall out. So now she's bald. It's a medical condition. Will Smith seems to be playing along with it at first, likely until he looked to the side and saw how his wife reacted. And don't you think, again, if this was staged, wouldn't Will immediately be angry about this instead of laughing and playing around? Don't you think? I don't know.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
This is nuts. And again, this is the Australian broadcast. They cut the audio away on the American feed, but you think that they really wanted people to see something like that. And now the reaction is turned to, of course, memes like this. Will Smith crying, wife's name in my mouth. But when all of us in wife's mouth. He's happy about it. Will Smith hasn't said, hasn't freaked out, hadn't said anything about all their extramarital things that are happening, but this was the thing that was over the line for Will Smith. But as the Academy showed, just like we knew Hollywood doesn't really care about black on black crime, they decided they don't really care about this either. The Academy does not condone violence. However, we're delighted to celebrate all of the winners, including one of the people who just did that. Look at these replies. They're getting roasted. It was really like this. Oh no. Anyway, Nina Infinity, except you literally gave someone who assaulted someone a reward. Some people would call that condoning. Mark Dice, yeah, you do. In any normal business, Will Smith would have been escorted out by security immediately, then arrested. Instead, you gave him an award. Even DSP, dude, DSP has almost ratioed the Academy. You watched and broadcast a live assault to millions of people around the world, then awarded a man who committed said assault immediately afterward without removing him from the building or having him arrested for the crime. That's the definition of condoning violence. And there were actually a ton of reports out from behind the scenes that people were freaking out. They didn't know what to do because Will Smith had like 20 people with him. They were trying to figure out, do we need to escort everybody out? What's going to happen in the meantime? And of course, you had this footage from the commercial break with Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry like consoling Will Smith as Will Smith is crying. Will Smith is crying during this commercial break, guys, while Denzel's trying to calm him down. Bradley Cooper, he talks to his PR guy. Bradley Cooper comes down and talks to him as well. Denzel Washington talks to Jada Pinkett Smith as Will Smith is literally crying during the commercial break. During the commercial break, that's what's going on. But let's look at some more of these reactions. Yes, it does. You let the guy win. Jimmy Dore. Except that time, a comedian was assaulted on stage and you didn't have security apprehend or throw the guy out or have him arrested. And then you gave the guy an award. He should have been arrested. This is normally assaulting performers, or this is normalizing assaulting performers who offend you. This is crazy. And that's the thing. You might not like it. You might think it was a joke. And there might be some people, and I get the sentiment of being okay with Will Smith standing up for his wife, standing up for his woman in that scenario. This is Chris Rock, who is a comedian. When you're at a show that's things are being presented, there are people who are hosting that are comedians. They're making jokes, okay? And you know what? You might think that that's bullshit. You might want to say something. The idea that you're going to go up and slap somebody for making a joke like that in that situation, I think is insane. And it does normalize that. Well, comedy is already dead. What is it now? If on the biggest stage of all, you take issue with the joke and you go up there and slap somebody and there's really no repercussions, what now is acceptable? Is that considered acceptable behavior to do that at any comedy club around America? Or is Will Smith just too privileged? None of the normal people get that privilege, just Will Smith. And then when the New York Post put out this message, could Will Smith lose his Oscar? Explaining the Academy's code of conduct. Well, then everybody went all in attacking the Academy as well. The Academy's a joke because they've let abusers and predators keep their Oscars for years, but a man defending his wife is where they'll draw the line. The Academy does not condone violence of any form, other than the times they gave multiple awards to predators who are well known for their horrible actions throughout Hollywood. Viva Frey, the Academy also does not condone PEDOs or abuse, right? The Academy, Roman Polanski and all these times that he's been awarded or the nominee for certain Academy Awards. This entire thing is a terrible look for the Academy. It's a terrible look for Will Smith. It really is. Look at what's trending. Blacks and cuck. That's what you've done. This is the publicity that you've gotten from doing this. An embarrassing moment for Will Smith, an embarrassing moment for Chris Rock, who got slapped like a bitch, and for the Academy. Because all it does to show is that the fact that these are not human beings, these are not real people, they are elites, they are privileged, they are not normal. They don't operate like normal people do. And all it's going to do is cause more division and more backlash for this. Do you really think, for the people that think it's staged, I think they did it for ratings, do you think that next year people are going to tune in just to see if someone gets slapped on stage? You really think that that's what will happen? I don't think so, but I want to hear all your thoughts. Let me know if you think it was real, if you think it was fake, if you think it was acceptable for Will Smith to do this. What do you think of the Academy's response to the fact that they're getting destroyed over this tone-deaf tweet? After people witness someone slap someone on live television and then them go and saying, we don't condone it. Well, you let the guy stay there, you gave him an award, clearly you're okay with it. Let me know in the comments below, smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.